Hello, welcome to this bonus episode of She-Fi. Sarah was lucky enough to get to go to the New York Comic Con for 2015, and she's gonna, tell us a little bit about her experience. Sarah, go ahead and tell us how was the New York Comic Con?
It was super fun. I saw so many Harley Quinns there. So many of them.
Please, Miss Clown, call me Harley. Everyone does.
But one of the things that I was really happy to see was there was a lot of conversation going on about diversity in comics. I was at a Comixology panel. Comixology is a distributor and publisher of digital comics, and they were talking about some trends that are going on with digital comics. One of the trends that they mentioned was that the audience is increasingly made up of women, and that they're seeing more and more people submitting to them comics with female protagonists, and that they're really happy about that.
Take this, and that, and some of this, and one of those.
I also went to a Marvel panel, and during the Q&A section, one of the people from the audience asked for advice that they would give to aspiring comic artists. And one of the things they said was, don't over-sexualize female characters. Because so much of the audience is increasingly women, and a lot of women obviously don't like that, but also because they were saying that the characters need to be treated like real humans and not just sort of objects. So that was very cool. A panel that I tried to get into was DC female superheroes, and it was about how they're creating female characters who they want to be good role models. I got there about 10 minutes before it was supposed to start, and the room was already filled to capacity, and there was an overflow room that was also already filled, full of people waiting to get in. And so I was sad and disappointed that I didn't get to see that panel, but really happy to see that it was so popular. And there were... Oh, sorry?
No worries. What kind of so they're talking about characters that would be kind of good role models. What kind of characters? Yeah, what kind of characters do you think they might have been talking about? I know you didn't get to go see it, but I mean, I wonder what kind of role models they had. Like what are they doing? What kind of superheroes they might have created?
Yeah. So. Yeah. I mean, as far as DC female superheroes go, I think there are a lot of really interesting ones. Of course, Wonder Woman is a great character. And then you see, too, in the DC TV world, you've got characters like Felicity Smoke. I mean, she's also in the comics, but you've got Felicity, you've got Sarah Lance and Laurel Lance. So I think DC, I think, is really stepping it up with some really good female characters lately.
Yeah.
There were also a few panels that I didn't get the chance to go to, but I was really happy that they were having about gender and about LGBTQ representation in comics. So just overall, there really seemed to be a lot of conversation about representation.
Awesome.
So after the panels, I headed over to Artist Alley, and I interviewed Rachel Rosenberg, who's an inker for Marvel. She's done some really cool things with Avengers and a bunch of other Marvel stuff, and she had some really interesting stuff to say, and I really liked, she just seemed very open and very positive, and she was a lot of fun to talk to. And here's my interview with Rachel. What have been some of your favorite comics to work on?
Well, I'm exclusive to Marvel right now, so I mostly do, X-Men stuff, Avengers, but I have to say probably one of my favorite ones recently has been Nightcrawler.
Very
cool.
And
then the Superior Foes of Spider-Man. Both were lots of fun. The artists on both books were amazing to work with, and they really give great feedback, and it really felt like a team effort. So
great. That's with the Avengers. What have you thought of the sort of Avengers frenzy around all the movies?
I think it's exciting. It's great to go places and you see in the Avengers, the feedback from people is really positive.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, if it's a Marvel movie, it's really good.
It's true.
So that's always it's great to hear since I work for them. And you know, it opens the door to more the general public for comics to be, more well known about, So
Yeah, for sure. Any sort of words of wisdom for new artists?
Never give up.
Yeah.
Practice, practice, practice. And get out there and meet people.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Great. Well, thanks for chatting.
Thank you.